Have you ever picked up a penny and wondered if it was worth more than its face value? Most of the time, a penny is just a penny, but occasionally, a seemingly ordinary coin turns out to be quite rare. Today, we're going to look closely at one such coin, the 1983 1-cent penny from the United States. While it looks like any other penny, it has a story that makes it valuable to collectors. The 1983 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two primary mints producing coins in the U.S., the other being Philadelphia. During this time, pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change in composition had started in 1982 as a cost-saving measure because the price of copper had become too high. Prior to that, pennies were mostly copper, but the shift to zinc introduced new challenges in the minting process. Most 1983 pennies were produced without any issues, but a small number developed errors during production. Some coins were struck incorrectly, while others had very subtle differences that made them stand out. These rare coins are often referred to as error coins, and they attract attention from collectors because they are limited in number. On the front of the penny, you can see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been used since 1909. On the back, there is the Lincoln Memorial, which has been the standard reverse design since 1959. While the design itself is common, what makes the 1983 penny unique are the rare minting characteristics. Some coins from this year show unusual marks, double impressions, or slight misalignments. These small anomalies might be overlooked by someone casually handling the coin, but to collectors, they indicate a potential error coin that could be much more valuable. Collectors rely on careful examination to identify coins like this. Coins are assessed for their condition, including whether there are scratches, dents, or signs of wear. They are also evaluated for how clear the design details are, and whether any error characteristics are present. Coins in the best condition with a clear and distinct minting error are usually the ones most sought after. The 1983 penny also highlights how small differences in production can create value. A coin that is nearly identical to thousands of others can become special due to one or two minor details. The differences might include slightly doubled lettering, small planchet flaws, or unusual die marks. Identifying these features requires knowledge, attention, and sometimes magnification to see them clearly. Over the years, collectors have studied the 1983 penny carefully. Only a very limited number of these coins show the rare features that make them highly collectible. Many examples of this penny are ordinary, but those with certain minting characteristics are considered rare. The scarcity combined with the coin's condition determines its market value. Coins like this often turn up in various ways. Some are found in coin rolls, others passed down through families. Occasionally, a collector might come across one while examining a larger collection. In every case, the key is recognizing the coin's unusual features. Without careful inspection, these coins could easily remain unnoticed. Professional coin grading services help confirm the authenticity and condition of rare coins. They provide a standardized assessment, which can give buyers and sellers confidence in a coin's value. Once a 1983 penny with rare features is verified, it enters a market where collectors are willing to pay significant sums to acquire it. Coins also tell a story about the time they were made. The 1983 penny shows how changes in materials, like the switch from copper to zinc, can have unexpected effects on production. These small details make the coin interesting to study beyond just its financial value. For some collectors, examining the production process and understanding the origin of errors is part of the appeal. Today, the 1983 penny is recognized as one of the more unusual coins from its era. Collectors appreciate it not only for its rarity but also for the way it shows how coins are produced and how minor variations can make a difference. Observing the coin closely provides insight into the minting process and helps understand how even small details can affect a coin's value. Some collectors even enjoy comparing different pennies from the same year to see how slight variations emerge. And now, after years of collecting, grading, and trading, one particular 1983 penny with rare features was sold to a collector. Its value reflects its scarcity, condition, and the attention to detail required to identify it. The coin, which looks like a simple penny at first glance, sold for $70,000. The 1983 D penny is an example of how everyday objects can become noteworthy when examined closely. For collectors, it represents both a piece of history and a unique opportunity. While most pennies remain just coins for transactions, a rare few tell a more detailed story, one that is valued far beyond their original face value. Even today, the 1983 D penny continues to draw interest from collectors who are curious about its production, condition, and history. The next coin we're going to look at is the 1991 D 1-cent penny from the United States. Like other pennies produced since 1982, it is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. This composition was introduced to reduce production costs after the price of copper became too high, but it also introduced new technical considerations in minting. While the 1991 D penny looks ordinary, a small number of them display characteristics that make them highly sought after by collectors. The Denver Mint, where this coin was produced, is one of the main facilities responsible for striking coins in the United States. In 1991, the Mint's focus was on meeting the nation's demand for pennies while maintaining quality control. The presses operated at high speed, producing thousands of coins every hour. Even in this controlled environment, small errors sometimes occurred, and certain pennies ended up with subtle differences that would later attract attention. The design of the 1991 D penny is consistent with other modern pennies. The obverse shows the profile of Abraham Lincoln, which has been used on the penny since 1909. Lincoln's likeness was designed by Victor David Brenner, and it has remained largely unchanged for over a century. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. The memorial is detailed, with the columns and Lincoln's statue inside rendered carefully. While the design itself is familiar, the rare versions of the 1991 D penny have features that make them stand out from the ordinary coins. These features include slight doubling of letters, subtle misalignments, and sometimes small planchet flaws. For example, the D mint mark or the digits in the date may appear slightly doubled or offset. Some coins have minor surface anomalies caused by debris or small imperfections during the strike. While these differences are not present on most pennies from that year, they are highly valued because they are uncommon and often difficult to spot without careful examination. Collectors examine these coins in detail, using magnification and proper lighting to identify irregularities. The condition of the coin is very important, including the sharpness of the design, the smoothness of the surface, and the absence of scratches or corrosion. Even minor wear can affect the value, so coins that have been preserved in excellent condition are most sought after. The 1991 D penny also illustrates how small differences in production can create interest. Thousands of pennies were produced that year, but only a very limited number show the anomalies that make them collectible. These errors are usually the result of very specific circumstances in the minting process. Slight shifts in the coin die, imperfections in the planchet, or other minor disruptions can create patterns that are recognizable to collectors. Understanding these processes adds an extra layer of interest for those who study coins in depth. Collectors often compare coins from the same year to identify which ones have these unusual features. Many enjoy documenting the differences and tracking the history of the coins they collect. It is not uncommon for collectors to examine multiple pennies to find the one that displays the most noticeable variation. This detailed examination makes the hobby both technical and rewarding for those who enjoy careful observation and historical research. Professional grading services play a key role in the value of coins like the 1991 D penny. These services assess the condition and verify the authenticity of the coin, providing a standardized reference for collectors. Grading ensures that any rare features are recognized and that buyers and sellers have confidence in the coin's value. Coins that receive higher grades generally command higher prices because they are closer to the original strike condition. The rarity of the 1991 D penny is also influenced by how many of the coins display the error characteristics. While the exact number is difficult to determine, it is estimated that only a small fraction of all 1991 D pennies have the variations that make them collectible. This scarcity, combined with careful preservation and proper verification, contributes to the coin's high market value. The coin also provides insight into the production process at the Denver Mint. For example, when zinc pennies were first introduced in the 1980s, the mint had to adjust the pressure and strike method used on the presses. The softer zinc core required a thinner copper plating, which could result in slight imperfections if the planchets were not perfectly aligned. These small production details explain why some coins from this period developed the unusual characteristics seen on collectible examples. In addition to the technical aspects, the 1991 D penny shows how collectors evaluate coins for both historical and material significance. The coin reflects the transition to zinc pennies, the operational conditions at the Denver Mint, and the consistent design of the Lincoln penny. All of these factors contribute to why collectors study the coin closely and consider it valuable beyond its face value. Over the years, the 1991 D penny has attracted attention from collectors looking for coins that illustrate these rare features. Some of these coins were found in circulation, while others came from older collections that had been stored for decades. In many cases, collectors carefully search through rolls of pennies or examine existing collections to locate coins that meet the criteria for rarity. The process requires patience and attention to detail, as the differences are often subtle. In recent years, one of these rare 1991 D pennies with clearly identifiable characteristics was sold to a collector. Its value reflects the coin's scarcity, condition, and the knowledge needed to recognize it as a collectible. This coin, which would otherwise be considered standard, was sold for $57,000. Up next, we have the 2001 1-cent penny from the United States. At first, this coin might seem like any other penny, but certain examples from this year have features that make them collectible. The 2001 penny was produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and the coin we're focusing on was struck in Denver. Like other modern pennies, it is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, a composition the U.S. Mint has used since 1982. This shift from mostly copper coins was made to reduce production costs, but it also introduced new challenges in the minting process. In 2001, the Denver Mint was operating at high capacity to meet the nation's demand for pennies. The coin presses were producing thousands of coins every hour, and the entire process was highly automated. Despite the precision and quality controls in place, minor variations in striking and planchet preparation occasionally occurred. These variations, although subtle, are what make some 2001 pennies stand out to collectors. The design of the 2001 penny continues a long-standing tradition. The obverse shows Abraham Lincoln, whose profile has appeared on the penny since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's image has remained consistent, reflecting both his historical significance and the continuity of U.S. coin design. The reverse of the 2001 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's bicentennial. While the overall design is familiar, certain pennies from this year have minting anomalies that are rare and highly collectible. These rare 2001 pennies may show slight doubling of letters or numbers, small misalignments in the strike, or tiny irregularities on the coin's surface. For example, the D mint mark or the digits in the year might appear doubled or slightly offset. Some coins may have minor surface blemishes caused by tiny debris during production. Most pennies from 2001 do not display these characteristics, which makes the ones that do particularly notable for collectors. Collectors examine these coins very carefully, often using magnification and good lighting. They focus on the edges, the surfaces, and the clarity of the design details. Condition is extremely important. Coins with minimal wear, sharp design elements, and clearly visible minting anomalies are more desirable. Even small differences in the depth or alignment of the strike can affect the value of the coin significantly. The 2001 penny also highlights how small differences in production can create interest. Tens of millions of pennies were minted in 2001, but only a small portion display the unusual features that make them collectible. These features usually result from slight shifts in the coin die, imperfections in the planchet, or minor issues during the striking process. Understanding these details provides insight into how coins are produced and why certain examples become valuable. Professional coin grading services play a crucial role in confirming the condition and authenticity of rare pennies. Grading provides a standardized assessment that ensures the coin's unusual features are recognized and documented. High-grade coins with clear anomalies are particularly desirable, as they combine rarity with excellent preservation. Grading also gives collectors confidence in the coin's value, making it easier to trade or sell within collector circles. Over the years, collectors have carefully studied the 2001 penny. Some rare examples were found in circulation, while others came from rolls or collections that had been stored for years. Many collectors enjoy comparing coins from the same year to spot differences in minting, planchet quality, and strike alignment. Coins that meet the criteria for rarity are highly sought after, and they become part of a specialized group of collectible items. The 2001 penny also demonstrates how coins can reflect both historical context and production processes. The use of zinc cores with copper plating, combined with modern high-speed presses, created conditions where subtle minting errors could appear. These minor variations, though often overlooked by most people, are what set certain coins apart and make them valuable to collectors. In addition to minting details, the coin has value as a collectible item because it represents a piece of modern U.S. coin history. Studying coins like the 2001 penny helps collectors understand the evolution of coin materials, the functioning of the Denver Mint, and the factors that contribute to scarcity. It is this combination of history, rarity, and careful preservation that gives certain pennies their unique appeal. After verification and grading, one of these rare 2001 pennies was sold to a collector. Its value reflects both its scarcity and the quality of its condition, as well as the subtle features that make it stand out from ordinary pennies. The coin, which may seem ordinary at a glance, was sold for $33,000. The 2001 penny shows how careful observation, understanding of minting processes, and attention to detail can reveal value in everyday objects. For collectors, it represents not only a piece of history but also a rare example of production variation that is highly prized. While most pennies are used in daily transactions, certain examples like this one demonstrate that even common coins can hold value far beyond their face value. Moving on to the 2007 1-cent penny from the United States, this coin comes from a period when modern minting technology was already well established. By this time, the penny had been produced using the same materials and similar production methods for many years. Even so, certain coins from 2007 developed specific characteristics that later drew interest from collectors. The 2007 penny was struck at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including the Denver Mint. Like other pennies of its time, it is composed of a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This material combination had been in use for over 2 decades by 2007 and allowed the mint to produce coins efficiently while controlling costs. The high-speed presses used during this period were capable of striking large numbers of coins in a short time. The obverse of the 2007 penny features the well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has appeared on the penny since 1909. Created by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's profile had become one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coinage. On the reverse, the coin displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. By 2007, this reverse design was nearing the end of its long use, making pennies from this year part of the final phase of the Memorial series. What makes certain 2007 pennies collectible are small minting variations that occurred during production. Some coins show slight doubling in letters or numbers, minor inconsistencies in the strike, or subtle surface irregularities. These features are not common and are absent from most pennies produced that year. Coins that clearly show these characteristics are the ones that attract collector attention. Collectors examine 2007 pennies carefully, often using magnification to inspect the lettering, date, and mint mark. They also look closely at the coin's surface for signs of unusual texture or misalignment. Condition is a major factor, as coins with minimal wear and strong design details are more difficult to find. Even among modern coins, preservation can significantly influence value. The 2007 penny highlights how small differences in the minting process can still occur despite advanced equipment and quality control. Slight die wear, minor alignment issues, or small planchet imperfections can result in coins that differ from the standard strike. These variations help collectors better understand how coins are produced and why certain examples become notable. Over time, collectors have identified a limited number of 2007 pennies that meet the criteria for rarity. Some of these coins were discovered during routine searches through rolls of pennies, while others were preserved in personal collections. As awareness increased, interest in these coins grew, particularly among collectors who focus on modern U.S. coinage. Professional grading services play an important role in evaluating coins like the 2007 penny. Grading confirms the coin's condition and documents its distinguishing features. A higher grade generally reflects better preservation and clearer details, which can increase collector interest. Graded coins also provide consistency and confidence within the collecting community. The 2007 penny also represents an important point in U.S. coin design history. With changes to the penny's reverse design beginning shortly afterward, coins from this year belong to the final years of the Lincoln Memorial era. This historical placement adds to the coin's appeal, especially for collectors assembling complete sets. Beyond its technical aspects, the 2007 penny demonstrates how even recent coins can develop collectible value. The combination of limited variations, careful preservation, and historical timing contributes to its significance. For collectors, studying coins like this offers insight into both modern minting practices and the evolution of U.S. coinage. After verification and careful evaluation, one of these rare 2007 pennies was sold to a collector. Its value reflects its scarcity, condition, and the specific features that distinguish it from standard examples. The coin was sold for $26,000. The 2007 penny serves as a reminder that collectible coins are not limited to distant history. With close inspection and an understanding of minting processes, even modern coins can reveal unexpected value. While most pennies from 2007 continue to circulate normally, a small number stand apart and are valued far beyond their original 1-cent denomination. That brings us to the end of today's look at these unique pennies and the details that make them collectible. Each coin shows how small differences in production, condition, and timing can create real interest for collectors. Whether a penny is old or modern, careful observation can reveal more than what appears on the surface. These examples also show why many collectors take the time to study everyday coins closely. With patience and a little knowledge, even common coins can become meaningful additions to a collection. Exploring these details helps build a deeper understanding of how coins are made and why some stand out. If you enjoyed learning about these coins and want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. New videos are added regularly, focusing on interesting coins, their history, and what makes them valuable. Liking the video also helps more people discover this content. Thank you for watching and for spending your time here. Feel free to leave a comment if you have a coin you'd like to learn more about or a topic you'd like covered in a future video. Your support truly helps the channel grow, and I appreciate you being part of it.